Turn 10 is hoping to make Forza 3 the best racing game of this generation, and we've got John Wendel from Turn 10 Studios here to tell us just how they're going to make history happen with Forza Motor Sport 3. And Hilary's here also. Again, welcome back.
Well, thank you very much. John, thanks for coming by. So maybe if you could tell us, it's been 2 years since Forza 2 came out. Maybe you could just talk about what the improvements are that we're going to see in Forza 3.
Sure, it's really huge. We're really excited to bring the game out here at E3. The biggest thing that you're going to notice as soon as you see the game here on the show floor, any of the screenshots, stuff like that, is our graphics. We've really doubled down on graphics this time. We've had a little bit more time to bake the game this time. This is the second time shipping on the Xbox 360. So we're really milking the hardware now for all it's worth. We really understand the inner workings of the box and are pushing it to its absolute limit. And you're going to see that in the build, in screenshots and videos that we're releasing here. We've really just raised the graphic quality across the board for the game. We've also done a lot of things to improve the playability for people. Forza's always been a very deep, hardcore simulation for the hardcore players, but it can sometimes be a little bit intimidating for the more casual player who maybe isn't as dexterous with a controller. So we're offering, instead of kind of dumbing down our physics, the great physics simulation is still there underneath, but we're adding layers of assists on top. You've seen things like our green line in the past, which is kind of revolutionary. People have copied that in all kind of racing games. We embrace that. It was a great innovation, and it's kind of perpetuated through a lot of racing games. We're adding new things now, like auto braking and rewind. So like for new players that come in, we call it one button drive. You can just kind of hold the gas, just steer, you follow the green line. You can come in, be successful, have fun. We've tested this with a wide range of players, everybody from 8-year-olds to 80-year-olds, to try to let the love of cars that everybody has be expressed in Forza. So people don't just have to be dexterous racing gamers or simulation fans to come in and enjoy a game like Forza, because Forza is really about cars. Right. It's about the love of cars that everybody has, and everybody shares that, from an 8-year-old boy with a poster of a Lamborghini on his bedroom wall to the 80-year-old grandfather who grew up around cars all his life. And they may want to express themselves or experience cars in different ways, and we want those people to be able to come in and have fun and be thrilled right away.
And just because you're making it more accessible doesn't mean that there aren't going to be those assist-off modes where it's really hardcore for the players that really want to dedicate themselves to driving to perfection.
Absolutely. Forza's always been a deep simulator. We're doing more things there. We're working with McLaren, Michelin, Ferrari. We've always had these great partnerships. Our tire physics is above anybody else's. We're doing things now like visible tire deformation. You go into a corner, you'll see this, you'll see it here at the booth, you'll see it in screenshots. Now, when the car goes under hard loads in a corner, you'll actually see the tire carcass deform. No other games are doing this right now, and you'll see, it's really where the rubber meets the road is the heart of a simulator. It's what, even in the real world, great race car drivers, it's how the rubber meets the road, how you have traction, managing the limited traction, and now being able to see that with the tire flexing underneath, and the interface between the tire and the asphalt is really cool. I think hardcore players are really going to get a kick out of this, and just like always, you can turn off these layers of assists as you get more proficient in the game until you get very hardcore at the very end, and you're rewarded accordingly in the game.
And then there's also this replay function, this rewind function. Is how does that work exactly?
It's pretty cool. You go in there, let's say you're 10 laps into a 50-lap race or something like that, an endurance race, or even a shorter race, and you make a mistake, and you're like, oh, I don't want to restart. I don't want to start the whole game over. You may just get frustrated and turn the whole box off or something like that. You can just say, you know what, I'm just going to back up for the last 3 seconds or the last 20 seconds or the last minute or something like that, depending on what you messed up or how bad it was, and retry it. And it doesn't penalize you in any way, and you get to run it again. You might be trying to perfect this one corner in the right action, or you might be trying to have some fun. We have some new features in there around damage. Forza's always had damage. Any great simulator has to have damage. We've added rollover now. Cars can actually flip over. Awesome. And you may find with Rewind that you're actually trying to recreate some of these fun moments now, that instead of trying to get the line just right, you hit a car, hey, it was kind of cool, I'm going to back up and I'm going to try to really nail, and this time it's kind of see what happens and have some fun with it.
Can you use it as often as you want? Is it one of those things where you're limited to, like, you got one time per race?
Nope. You can use it all the time. You can back up pretty much as far as you want into the game. It's really fun. There may be online rules that people, when they get together and play online, they can set certain rules just like they do with damage and things like that now, and say, we're not going to allow rewind in this race, or we're only going to allow this number of rewinds, or those kind of things as well. So people can kind of pick and choose their matches that way.
How does rewind work in a live online race, though? Is it rewind the race for everybody, or is it just for time trial stuff? Or?
That's true, right? Yeah, just for kind of time trials, hot lapping, that sort of thing, yeah, and career races.
And also, you guys are doing a lot with the online stuff. Can you talk at all about any of this two-player?
we're not talking a whole lot about online functionality here at E3. One of the things that we do want to talk about, you've seen Forza is famous for user-generated content in our online community. You've seen these great liveries coming out that are really just super creative. Everything from the Jessica Alba car to Darth Vader to Halo, these great crazy paint jobs.
Amazing. And there were amazing ones that came out day one, incredible cars.
And that'll be happening in this case as well. We've done more things this time to empower these creators. We've added the ability now to upload high-definition videos. If you remember the videos that people like Team Blackjack and stuff like that had to take of all the drift videos, it was handy-cam footage, that kind of stuff. Not all that interesting. Now we've given these players the ability to bring together great painters, tuners, drivers, videographers, put all this stuff together. You might have a guy who's creating a livery for a car. This guy's a great driver and drifter. The other guy tunes it to set it up for drifting, and the other guy's a good videographer to sequence the whole thing out, upload it to a high-def video, and great new ways and features to share this stuff online and consuming. One of the things about UGC, everybody thinks, oh, well, how powerful are the editors? How great is this? What can I do with it? A big myth kind of around UGC is that UGC is actually more about consumption rather than creation.
Right.
Everybody thinks, oh, I want to paint this. The fact is, most of us aren't good painters. There are a few
exactly.
crazy great painters out there. We kind of compare it to something like YouTube. Think about YouTube. How many videos have you watched on YouTube versus how many videos you've uploaded to YouTube to share with the rest of the world?
I don't know, Boogie Woogie Hedgehog is pretty up there.
Are you saying that Keyboard Cat is going to be in Forza 3?
I'm not confirming nor denying anything. But like I said, we have some new online functionality that we're going to be talking about a little bit later, so that as these players create these great disruptive, creative liveries and videos, there's going to be great new ways to consume that and see it.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for stopping by. I can't wait to see more and learn more about Forza 3.
Yep.
Awesome. Great to be here.
Thank you. And you guys at home, stick around. We've got even more flaming hotness straight from the LA Convention Center.